Okay. Hello and welcome to the number one. Before I get into the actual preview, what I'm supposed to be doing here, okay, I'm genuinely ticked off, all right? Last night at 10:13, I get a text that says, yes, here comes the return. Cue the music, Mr. Churner. Okay, that's a text that I get from the commish, okay? And he's the one who sends me texts about staying classy, all right? Because it even gets worse, okay? Because I respond, I say, oh, please, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes out to me, he's like, can I tell you something funny? I was supposed to swap Tihurin out for Papelbon, but I fell asleep. Yeah, like play the violin, I really care, about his complete game shutout that pretty much sealed the deal here in this matchup. I got news for him or anybody else that might be watching this video about churning. It doesn't matter if you pick up a pitcher or if you pick up somebody for the next day for a doubleheader, which, by the way, Kamish did. He picked up 2 guys for doubleheaders the next day. It's the same goddamn thing. It's the same thing. Okay? So don't come at me because I pick up a pitcher for the next day because you are 9-0 on a Wednesday because your pitching staff is just amazingly this greatest thing in the world. I got news for everybody in this league. I'm going to be in last place after this week, but if you think I got last place stats, you are smoking crack because I do not. I do not even have close to last place stats. If it was a Roto league, I'm going to be like second and third in most of the offensive categories. It's a joke how good my team is, but apparently everybody that I play suddenly becomes fantasy team of the world. All right? And that's fine because this stuff's cyclical. So the first text that I get from somebody in week 10 that when I beat them in a matchup, when my team hits 260 and their team hits 255, and they'll be like, oh, I wish my team would have hit better. So help me God, I will come to your house and I will beat the crap out of you. I kid you not. All right? So I just want to make sure that is understood. Now, start the video. Alaska Glaciers last year. 4th place. I projected him to finish in 4th place last year. He actually finished in 1st. Good job out of Alaska Glaciers. He lost in the playoffs, but oh well. Playoffs are, we talked about that, haven't we? It doesn't matter how good your team is. It depends on how good the other people's team is that week, isn't it? Why is Tom going to be in 1st place this year? Well, because I learned that it depends on how good your pitching staff is. Isn't that right? It doesn't matter what names you have. It doesn't matter if you have Steven Strasburg, does it? It doesn't matter because if 3 of his 4 starts, he gives up 6 earned runs because apparently he sucks because he's on my team now. But yeah, his pitching staff's deep, and that's why I'm picking him to finish first. The sleeper is Jose Fernandez. And you know what? You probably are like, well, Jose Fernandez isn't a sleeper. Well, yeah, he's a sleeper because most people, like if you go up to some random lady in the street and say, who's Jose Fernandez? She's going to be like, I don't know. Okay, he's not a household name, but he's going to win the Cy Young in the National League this year. So deal with it. Jose Fernandez that's why he's a sleeper, because you don't know how good he is. And he's really like a Cy Young candidate. That's how good he is. Jonathan Lucroy. Jonathan Lucroy's the other guy. Same sort of deal. I mean, he's probably the 3rd, 4th-ish best offensive catcher in the league, and you don't really know it. He's not a big home run guy. I mean, he'll hit maybe like 15-ish, but he ends up with like 80 RBIs and he hits close to 300. He's legit. Those are my sleepers. Bust. My bust is Gene Segura, because he has a girl's first name and because he is not that great. I don't care if he had this amazing year last year. I don't think that it's going to carry over. And again, he'll be a serviceable fantasy option. But no, I mean, I've seen him go in like third rounds of drafts this year. No. Gene Skura is not that good. He's a bust.
10 questions with Sean.
Good God, man, are you okay? This is just a fantasy league. Relax. What is your deal, man? Jeez.
Because Sean, you didn't get a text that says, again, this is all the same night. This is all last night. You don't do a video and say how underrated your starting pitching staff is during the whole season and say how good you were. See, first of all, he struggles to actually write complete sentences in text. It's hard to read his text, so it's even harder when I have to read it, into the camera. Anyway, I think what he's trying to say is that you pick up a new starter and then you lose all credibility. Why? Because I have to pick up a pitcher if I fix my pitching staff. I lose all credibility. That's how it works. If I say something that's wrong, yes, I was wrong about my pitching staff. I didn't know Steven Strasburg was going to suck. I didn't know Matt Cain was going to suck. I didn't know that the Orioles pitching coach, I should know who the Orioles pitching coach is, but I don't know who that guy is. He can't keep Jimenez to throw a strike, okay? Apparently that guy should lose his job too. Anyway. But yeah, if you say 1,000 things and 900 of them are right, you are 90% right. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna be wrong sometimes. That doesn't mean I lose all credibility. That's why, Sean. Ask your questions. First of all, I want to apologize to Alaska Glaciers because I'm so on tilt right now. It's not even funny. So I apologize to him.
Okay, relax. It's okay. Anyway, number 10. Are you excited that this is the last one of these that we're doing? I'm finally going to be free. I'm blurry. Why am I blurry? I don't understand.
Yes, I'm excited that this is the last one. No, I'm not excited that I'm this angry doing it.
Do you think that Sean Kemp, that's a basketball player, do you think that Matt Kemp, the baseball player, will return to his magical MVP self that he used to be, that he's not anymore?
No. And again, apparently I've lost all credibility when I say anything, but I got news for anybody. If you've actually watched the footage, why don't you look at Matt Kemp and the way he looked like a He-Man, Muscle Man guy 2 years ago, and now he doesn't. I'm not saying, but video doesn't lie. He was a lot bigger than he is now. Just saying. So I think he will be a very good fantasy player eventually. I still think he's got the hurt shoulder. He's never going to steal the bases that he used to, so he will be an above average fantasy player. He'll never be an MVP again. No.
Number 8, do you think Jason Worth is for real as opposed to fake?
No, I'm still not drinking the Jason Worth Kool-Aid. I think he will get hurt again this year. He's been healthy 2 years in a row. That's too long for him. He'll get hurt. No.
Number 7, do you think Edwin Encarnation, is he named after a flower? I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Encarnacion. Do you think Edwin Encarnacion is for real?
Will always be relevant as long as Jose Bautista is there. Jose Bautista takes too many walks, and again, as a Jose Bautista owner, I watch a lot of his at-bats, and he has taken the ball to right field, hurting the shift a lot this year. So he's on base constantly. So as long as there's people on base in front of him, Encarnacion will be legit.
Number 6, do you think Alfonso Soriano is for real?
It's just rant day. I feel really bad for Alfonso Soriano, okay? People do not realize how consistent he is. And he took the brunt in a 3 years time span, like 2006 to 2009, about how awful his contract was. Are you kidding me? Do you understand how bad all these other contracts are? I mean, between what you're going to get out of Hamilton and Pujols and the Cabrera deal, what you're going to get at the end of that? Soriano every year, 20 to 25 home runs, 75 to 90 RBIs. He's always produced, and he's never hit lower than 250. So don't think that he is just completely garbage and his contract was terrible. So many contracts way worse than Soriano's. He gets a raw deal. Is he for real? Is he going to put up the amazing numbers that he did last year? No, he's not, but he's a serviceable fantasy player, which is pretty good for as old as he is.
Number 5, more real questions. Do you think Jose Altuve is for real?
Yes, for for what he does, he's going to have a high batting average, steal a lot of bases. I know he's in a bad lineup, so he's not going to score a ton of runs. But Jose Altuve, best fantasy option as a Houston Astro.
Number 3, Sean Connery is for real. Oh, yes, I am. No more real questions, I promise, okay? Number 3, so what do you think it's okay that Alaska Glaciers does not have any closers and only holds guys in his bullpen?
No, I do not think it's okay for him to have no bullpen. He has no closers. I think it's very imperative and crucial for him to win holds every week. He's trying. That doesn't mean that it's a foolproof method, because the way managers deal with their bullpens nowadays is all over the place. But yes, as long as he can make sure that he knows what he's doing, he'll be okay having no closers.
See, number 3 is the movie question. I switched it up on you for the last one. That's funny, right? Yes. Number 3, the movie question. Some of Alaska Glacier's favorite movies are Shawshank Redemption, V for Vendetta, The Prestige, and Snatch, which I should have been in. Snatch has all kinds of guys with Irish accents or Scottish accents or whatever the hell I am. I'm Scottish. Scottish I am. So why am I not in that movie? That's the question. No, that's not the question. The question is, what is your favorite movie out of the ones that I've listed?
It's actually a really good list of movies, but all I have to say is that you can either get busy living or you can get busy dying. And that's my favorite one, Shawshank Redemption, by far one of my top movies of all time.
Number 2. So, why do you really think that Alaska Glaciers is the best fantasy team in this league? Because everything we mentioned so far, he does not seem like an excellent fantasy baseball team. Why? Go.
I just think his pitching staff is very, very deep. Samardzija, Jose Fernandez, Wainwright, Salazar, Sale. These are all guys who are legit. Sonny Gray, Corey Kluber, Max Scherzer. Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. That is the deepest 1 through 9 starting rotation in the league. And that is why he will always hang around.
The number 1 question. What am I going to do with myself now? I've completed all 10 of these videos. I have graduated. Throw the hat. Look at my hair I got from the Hat Club from Scotland. I'm young again, baby. Young again.
Sean, I have no idea what you're going to do with yourself now. I do not know. I'm sure I will call on you again when your services are needed. That said, why don't we go over to Ira? Maybe Ira can chill me out in a day where I am very stressed out.
Ira's Island.
Yeah, Jason seems like he's got his own little catastrophe going on over there, so I need to pick up the slack. Yes, I'm Ira Blog here for Ira's Island. I'm going to make sure that I cover Alaska Glaciers a lot better than he has, okay? The issue that I have with Alaska Glaciers is definitely the offense, okay? The offense is the issue. The pitching staff is unparalleled from start to finish, but there's all kinds of other issues with the offense. Adrian Beltre, obviously a beast at third base, but he's already having some injury problems, and let's not forget how old he actually is. It seems like he's been playing for a very, very long time. So don't forget that, older guys tend to get hurt, so you can't depend on him being one of your main offensive guys. Altuve is legit, but again, he's just a Houston Astro. Encarnacion, the last 2 years have been very good, but do you think that it's gonna maintain forever? I mean, let's be honest here. Coco Crisp, another guy who I would put in the Adrian Beltre. Obviously, he doesn't have the Adrian Beltre numbers, but you know that he could get hurt as old as he is. Matt Kemp, always an injury risk. I'm not sure about the whole allegations that Jason had there, but he definitely is an injury-prone kind of guy. Jason Worth, again, you can't depend on him every year. I know the last 2 years have been very good, especially last year. He was unbelievable. But you just can't say that you can't pencil in Jason Worth as having, a top 20 offensive year like that every year. And of course, Alan Craig, who, the enigma that is him, especially the way he started this year, it's very interesting. I just think there's a couple of holes in that offense. I mean, I think there's other offenses. Well, there's a lot of other offenses in this league that are a lot better than his. So I have him penciled in 3 to 6. He could be as good as 3. He could be as bad as 6. I don't think he's going to miss the playoffs. I think his team's too good for that. But I do think he's a one and done in the playoffs. I don't think he's as good as Jason does, but it doesn't mean he's bad. But anyway, Jason, as far as your team goes, relax, buddy. It's April 18th or something. Okay, so it's all kinds of baseball to be played. But since you've already given me the go-ahead to say that you're going to be in last place, how else would I end this by not saying you're the worst around? You are the worst fantasy team in the world. Yes, you are the worst. Gonna be in last place, the worst around. Clap! Everybody clap along, sing along. Get around. You are the worst team ever. You know what, Ira? You're right. I need to just chillax. It's only the middle of April, but the good news is, out of all this, I have a new guy to root against. It's not Ben's champions anymore, it's the commish. So everybody, circle your calendars when you play Team B. Hope you have your career week, your career fantasy week when you play Team B. Anyway, hope everybody had a great time watching these. I had a fun time making them. I'll come out with awards when the awards come, and hopefully everybody wins awards except Team B. See you later, bye.